It's not cheating if it's for closure, she said while packing for a weekend with her ex. So I let her go without saying a word. Now he's blocked her, and I'm dating someone who doesn't need closure to stay loyal. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I'm Alex, 34, software engineer in a mid-sized city. For 5 years, I poured everything into my relationship with Sarah, my fiancée. I'm not perfect, but I was all in, loyal, supportive, the guy who'd drop everything for her. When her mom got sick 2 years ago, I took unpaid leave to drive her 500 miles every weekend to visit. I turned down a promotion to Singapore because she wasn't ready to move. I thought we were building something real, a life together. We had an apartment, wedding plans for next summer, even a goofy shared Pinterest board for our future house. But there were cracks. Sarah, 33, a marketing coordinator, started acting distant about 6 months ago. She'd stay late at work drinks, her phone glued to her hand, always angled away. She'd mention her ex, Mike, in passing, stuff like, "Oh, Mike used to love this restaurant." I brushed it off. People have pasts, right? I trusted her. Then came the gut punch. It was a Thursday evening, our usual pizza and movie night. I was on the couch, scrolling for a new sci-fi flick, when Sarah walked in with a suitcase. Not a big one, just a weekend duffel, but it stopped me cold. She was in her tight jeans and that red top she wore when she wanted attention. Her face had this weird mix of guilt and defiance. Lips pursed like she was ready for a fight. "Alex, we need to talk," she said, dropping the bag by the door. Her tone was sharp, like I'd already done something wrong. I muted the TV, heart starting to race. "What's up? Where you going?" She crossed her arms, leaning against the kitchen counter. "I'm spending the weekend with Mike. It's not cheating if it's for closure. I need to work through some old feelings to be fully present with you." I blinked, brain scrambling to process. "Closure? With your ex? You're spending a weekend with him?" She rolled her eyes, like I was being dense. "Yes, Alex. It's not a big deal. I'm doing this for us. You wouldn't understand. You've never had unresolved baggage. Mike and I ended messy, and I need to sort it out. It's just a couple days at his cabin upstate." Her words hit like a slap. Not cheating? A whole weekend with her ex at his cabin? I wanted to yell, demand answers, but my throat tightened. I saw her Instagram stories in my head, those vague posts lately, all living my truth, captions with heart emojis. She'd been planning this. "So, what? You're just sleeping over at his place? And I'm supposed to be cool with that?" My voice stayed low, but it shook. She smirked, actually smirked. "Don't be so insecure, Alex. It's not physical, it's emotional. I need this to move forward. If you really loved me, you'd trust me to handle it." I stared at the duffel bag, her packed toothbrush probably inside, and felt something crack inside me. 5 years of late-night talks, shared Netflix passwords, and her head on my chest, reduced to this. I wasn't enough. She needed him to move forward. "You're serious," I said, more to myself than her. "Dead serious." She grabbed her keys, voice cold. "I'll be back Sunday. We'll talk then. Try not to overthink it, okay?" She didn't wait for a reply, just slung the bag over her shoulder and walked out, the door clicking shut. I sat there, pizza box cold on the coffee table, her words echoing. It's not cheating if it's for closure. The apartment felt too quiet, like it was holding its breath. I didn't sleep that night. I kept picturing her laughing with Mike, her ex who'd cheated on her back then, who she now needed for closure. I felt like an idiot, a placeholder, a safety net she didn't even respect. The next day, I checked her socials. Big mistake. She'd posted a story, a selfie in a car, sunglasses on, captioned, "Chasing peace, evergreen tree sparkles." No mention of me, no ring on her finger. Mutual friends liked it, oblivious. I wanted to scream, but what good would that do? She'd made her choice. She came back Sunday night, hair messy, eyes avoiding mine. I'd spent the weekend in a haze, alternating between gym sessions to burn off the anger and staring at the ceiling, replaying her words. I didn't text her once. Didn't call. I wasn't going to beg. She dropped her bag by the door again, same spot, like nothing had changed. I was at the kitchen table, laptop open, pretending to work. Really, I was bracing myself. "So," she started, sitting across from me. The weekend was clarifying. "I think we need to talk about us." I closed my laptop, slow and deliberate. Go ahead. She leaned forward, hands clasped, like she was about to pitch me a deal. Mike and I talked a lot. It was good, Alex. I feel lighter. But I realized something. I don't think we're working anymore. You and me, I mean. My stomach dropped, but I kept my face neutral. Because of Mike? She sighed, dramatic, like I was exhausting her. Not just Mike. It's you. You're so predictable. Safe. I need more than that right now. I need to feel alive, and Mike. He gets that part of me. This weekend wasn't about cheating. It was about understanding myself. You should want that for me. I almost laughed at the absurdity. She'd spent a weekend with her ex, probably more than talking. And now I was the problem for being safe? I leaned back, arms crossed. So, you went to his cabin, got your closure, and now you're done with me. That's it. Her eyes narrowed, defensive. Don't twist this. I'm trying to be honest. I could have lied, but I'm telling you the truth. Mike and I, we have history. It's not about replacing you. It's about me needing to explore that to be whole. You're too rigid to get it. You've always been so black and white. Explore, I repeated, voice flat. You needed a weekend getaway to explore. And I'm supposed to sit here and nod. She threw her hands up. See? This is why we're not working. You can't handle me growing. I'm not saying we're over forever, but I need space to figure this out. Mike's not perfect, but he sees me. You just exist around me. Every word was a jab, her logic twisting like a knife. She was painting herself as the victim, me as the boring obstacle to her self-discovery. I saw the ring on her finger, my ring, and felt a wave of nausea. But I didn't yell, didn't beg. I stood up, walked to the fridge, grabbed a water bottle, and took a long sip to steady myself. Okay, Sarah, I said finally, voice calm. Take your space. Do what you need to do. Her jaw tightened, like she'd expected a fight. That's it. You're not even going to try to understand. There's nothing to understand, I said, meeting her eyes. You've said enough. She huffed, grabbed her bag, and stormed to the bedroom. I'll stay at my sister's for a bit. You'll see I'm right when you cool off. She left again, this time with more clothes. I didn't stop her. Didn't text. I sat back down, opened my laptop, and booked a gym session for the next morning. If she wanted Mike, she could have him. I was done being her fallback. That night, I unfollowed her on socials. Not out of spite, just clarity. Her latest post was a sunset pic from the cabin, captioned, "Finding my soul again sunrise." No mention of me. No ring. Just her, chasing her truth, while I was left picking up the pieces of mine. After Sarah left for her sister's that night, the apartment echoed with emptiness. I didn't chase her. Didn't send a single text begging for explanations or second chances. What was there to say? She'd chosen her path, and I'd be damned if I groveled. Instead, I poured a glass of whiskey, sat on the balcony, and let the city lights blur as I processed it all. It hurt. God, it hurt, like a raw wound that throbbed with every memory. Why wasn't I enough? Had those 5 years been a lie? But yelling or confronting her would only give her more power. No, I decided right then, dignity over drama. The next morning, I called a lawyer friend for advice on untangling our shared lease and finances. No rush to divorce proceedings. We weren't married yet, but I wanted options. Then I hit the gym harder than ever. I'd always been fit, but now it became my anchor. Weights, runs, even signed up for a boxing class. It wasn't about revenge body bullshit. It was about reclaiming control. I threw myself into work too, taking on extra projects that led to a small promotion a month later. Software engineering isn't glamorous, but debugging code was easier than debugging my heart. I blocked her on everything temporarily, not out of spite, but to breathe. No more lurking on her stories, no accidental likes. Friends started noticing. A couple mutual ones texted, asking if we were okay. I kept it vague. We're taking space. No bad-mouthing. Let her spin her narrative. Meanwhile, I started small changes, redecorated the apartment, bought new sheets that didn't smell like her perfume. I even joined a hiking group through a local app, meeting people who didn't know our history. It was quiet, methodical detachment. Days turned to weeks, and the confusion faded into resolve. I wasn't broken, I was rebuilding. One flashback hit hard during a solo hike. Remember when she lost her job last year? I covered rent for 3 months, cooked her favorite meals, held her while she cried. That loyalty? Thrown away for closure. It stung, but it also clarified. I deserved someone who valued that. By month 2, I was sleeping better, laughing more. The silence wasn't avoidance, it was armor. About 3 months after she left, the cracks in Sarah's new chapter started showing. I didn't seek it out. Mutual friends filled me in, unprompted, over beers or texts. Turns out, Mike wasn't the soulmate she'd romanticized. He was the same flaky guy who'd cheated on her years ago, now with a new coat of charm. Their closure weekend? It turned into a fling, then a messy situationship. She moved in with him impulsively, quitting her sister's couch for his place upstate. But Mike? Unstable as hell. Friends said he partied hard, flirted with everyone, and had a temper. Sarah posted glowing updates at first, cabin selfies, wine by the fire, but they tapered off. Then the truth trickled out. He'd used her for the ego boost, the physical stuff, and when she got clingy demanding commitment, he bailed. Blocked her on everything, changed the locks, even reported her to HR at her old job for harassment after she showed up at his work. They'd met through a networking event, apparently. Sarah spiraled. Job stress mounted. She'd slacked at work during the drama, leading to a demotion. Finances tanked from the impulsive move. She racked up credit card debt on self-care, trips that went nowhere. Reputation-wise, our mutual circle turned. One friend, Jess, told me Sarah had vented to the group chat, calling Mike a misunderstanding, but slipping up and admitting the weekend was more than talk. People sided quietly with me after that. No more invites for her to group hangs. She became isolated, posting cryptic memes about toxic people and growth through pain. I didn't gloat, it just felt inevitable. Her closure had closed doors she didn't expect. I sat with the unfairness for weeks, the silence after her departure, the confusion of why she discarded me so casually. But watching from afar, it breathed space into my own arc. Karma wasn't flashy. It was her reaping what she'd sown. The outreach started subtle, about 4 months in. A text. Hey Alex, hope you're well. Can we talk? I miss our friendship. I read it, felt a flicker of old pain, but deleted it. No response. Then calls, voicemails at first, soft and apologetic. Alex, I messed up. Mike was a huge mistake. He just wanted fun, and now he's ghosted me. I realized what I had with you was real. Please call back. I didn't. Why reopen the wound? But she escalated. Her mom called next, toxic as ever, the woman who'd always enabled Sarah's whims. Alex, you're being childish. Sarah's going through a rough time. She needs you. Family sticks together, even if you're not married yet. I kept it brief. This isn't my problem anymore. Click. Friends got roped in too. Her bestie, Lisa, pushy and unpleasant, always stirring drama, texted, Dude, Sarah's crying every night. Mike screwed her over bad. You gonna let her suffer? Be the bigger person. I replied once. She made her choices. Blocked after that. By month 5, desperation turned to showing up. I was home one evening, cooking stir-fry, when the buzzer rang. Sarah, voice crackling over the intercom. Alex, it's me. Let me up. We need to talk face-to-face. I buzzed her in, not for reconciliation, but curiosity. Maybe closure for me. She looked rough, hair unkempt, eyes red-rimmed. Plopped on the couch like old times. Alex, she started, voice trembling. I'm so sorry. Mike was abusive, controlling. He blocked me after I confronted him about other women. I'm back in the city, crashing with Lisa, but it's hell. Work's a mess. I might get fired. I see now you were my rock. Can we try again? I'll do therapy, whatever. I stood by the kitchen, arms crossed. Sarah, that's your life now. She leaned forward, desperate. But we were good. Remember our trips? The plans? I was confused, okay? Closure sounded right, but it was stupid. Please, I need you. No, I said simply. You don't. Her face twisted. What? You're just done. After everything I gave you. You gave me excuses, I replied calm. Now go. She left crying, but it wasn't over. A week later, angrier texts. How dare you ignore me? I poured years into us, and you act like I don't exist? You're heartless. Then her mom again. She's falling apart because of you. Fix this. Even Lisa showed up at my work lobby once. All dramatic. Sarah's depressed, Alex. Mike ruined her, and you're making it worse. Step up. I reported Lisa to security, blocked the numbers. Her attempts revealed the hypocrisy. She dismissed me smugly, but now raged when I did the same. It was pathetic, but I felt nothing. Just peace in my boundaries. 6 months post-breakup, the finale hit at our mutual friend Jess's wedding. I almost skipped, but Jess insisted, "Come celebrate with us. Don't let her drama win." I went, solo at first, but by then I'd met Emily through the hiking group. She's 32, a teacher, grounded, loyal, no closure excuses. We'd been dating casually, but it felt right. I brought her as my plus one. The venue was a rustic barn outside the city, string lights twinkling. I was at the bar, laughing with old friends, when Sarah appeared. She looked better, made up, but strained. Spotted me, beelined over. "Alex," she said, voice low, "didn't expect you here. Can we talk?" Privately. Emily was chatting nearby. I waved her over. "Sarah, this is Emily." Sarah's eyes widened, flicking to Emily's hand in mine. "Oh, hi." Then to me. "Look, I know I screwed up. Mike was a disaster. He blocked me, left me broke. But seeing you, I miss us. Give me another chance." I sipped my drink calm. "Sarah, that ship sailed. I've moved on. Built a life without the drama." She faltered. "But we had plans. The wedding, the house. Plans you tossed for closure," I said evenly. "Now, I'm focused on what's real. Emily doesn't need exes to feel whole." Emily smiled politely, squeezing my hand. Sarah's face crumpled. Hypocrisy bear. She'd chosen Mike publicly, now saw me thriving. Friends nearby whispered. Her isolation was on display. "You're different," she muttered. "Cold." "No," I replied. "Evolved. Your choices don't touch me anymore. Enjoy the wedding." She stormed off, alone at her table while I danced with Emily. Later, Jess confided, "Sarah's a mess. Job gone, friends ditching. You dodged a bullet." That night, driving home with Emily, I felt free. Sarah's irrelevant now, a lesson in self-worth. I've got a promotion, hikes every weekend, and someone who chooses me daily. No more closures needed. Thanks for reading, Reddit. Moral: real loyalty doesn't need excuses. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.